Hey, Bella.
I hate your cold opens. What is this? What? What do you want?
Oh, cold open?
No. What do you want?
Cold open. Let me think. Eisenhower. I never. Cold open.
No, awful. Welcome to the Tales from Retail Hell. This is Bella.
I'm Will.
And this is a Bella-centric episode.
Bella hates my cold opens, apparently.
Eisenhower has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I'm sure you could connect it in some way.
I'm sure. I don't know enough about Eisenhower,
50
though.
degrees from Eisenhower.
It's not Kevin Bacon. He's not that cool.
That's why I said 50 degrees and not 7.
Okay. I got a new job. I have left the world of retail pharmacy and have traded in my customer base for mostly dudes, but also some pretty crafty ladies, for a home improvement sort of retail.
Can we officially say fuck Walgreens?
Yeah, fuck Walgreens. Although I do need to go pick up a prescription.
Well, no, not fuck Walgreens, the entire company.
Fuck that particular
Fuck
store.
that particular Walgreens.
Yeah.
I think is what we would like to say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's kind of funny because one of our roommates still works there, and she's been coming home with like, oh, people miss you, or I talked about you, and they were like, oh, I hope Bella's doing okay. I mean, it's nice to be missed, but I also want the store to crash and burn. And
With people in it?
with some people in it, I guess. All the good ones know where the exits are and what to do. But yeah, it's about my third week training for my new position at not Home Depot, the other one.
The blue one?
The blue one.
The Sonic the Hedgehog of home improvement stores?
Exactly, yes. And, everyone kind of warned me, like, okay, but that's where rednecks go. And everyone's been really cool. Like, I genuinely haven't had any, like, weird racist customers.
Well, believe it or not, I believe everyone needs a hammer,
Right?
regardless of your, like, political stance.
Right? Hippies build shit, too.
Everyone needs a house.
Yeah.
Everyone needs, like, paint.
Yeah.
No one needs giant inflatable Halloween dragons, though.
But I want one.
No.
I'm just proud that with the giant ass like stockroom and receiving bay that we only have Halloween. We don't have Christmas stuff yet.
Oh my God.
And I know that Walgreens already has some Christmas stuff. Joe told me we just got a truck of Christmas, and I was like, go fuck yourselves. I don't know. I'm liking it so far. Like, everyone's been very cool and very kind. It's really not a hard, difficult job. The only real difference is just the computer systems. Like, having to translate what you know into another company's language is always the hardest part. And this fucking computer, they're saying, like, oh, over the next 5 or 6 years, we're gonna upgrade it, and it's gonna be all touchscreen, it's gonna be great. And I'm like, yeah, I'm putting in, like, command prompts right now. This is a black and green screen. We are using DOS, and I don't know how to program this shit.
No, my company's computer is the same way.
Yeah, you got old school.
Like DOS
Yeah.
commands.
I mean, like, I get it. It's cheaper. It's way cheaper,
But I don't know.
and it's simple. But
Is it cheaper though? Because if you equate in like incorrectly done orders or like time it takes to teach somebody,
how to use it? Yeah,
is it cheaper?
I don't know. That's a good way of thinking about it. But I don't know. Like, most everything is pretty self-explanatory. There's some like key function or like key combinations that I've had to memorize. But like, if you're just reading the screen, it's a table of contents, and you just kind of have to see, okay, I want, the admin page, and then within the admin page, I want the records page, and then I want the sales page. So it's like, okay, I went to 11, then 2, then 4. So you put in 11.2.4, and it takes you to the exact screen you want. But that's just an example. I don't really know what that screen is. I don't know. Other than this being a very, very large building to work in,
Yeah, it's alright.
it's just that I don't know where anything is.
But you don't need to.
I don't need to, but it does help. And I was able to help some customers the other day when I was just on the floor. Like, I was able to find some shelving brackets and a handy dandy app that told me what aisle it was on. And I was like, hell yeah, it even tells me what fucking section we're in. Yes, here you go, sir. I don't know what this does, but you got it. Have a good day. It's $2.98. Like, I don't know, like, you're right. I don't have to know anything. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not one of the installation guys. I'm not one of the pro services people that does commission-based projects for people. I literally am just like, oh, cool, customer service. Let me help with returns and let me, take these damages to the back and let me do overrides for price changes and shit. And it's like, I've already done that shit. Like, that's so easy. Like, the other morning, like, I've done, like, what, 3-4 opening shifts now?
Oh, 3 or 4 of the go in at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, no, I wake up at 4:20. I get there. We get in the building at 5. We have an hour then to put out the tills, print out all the paperwork for the day, do the basically the outs, like to scan what's missing, and then doors open for customers at 6. And I thought, nobody's up at 6 o'clock. I have seen 4 or 5 people walk in at 6.
I think they're probably mostly contractors now.
They are, yeah. Most of them are.
They gotta start their work day.
And
get their shit.
They gotta get their shit done before that Texas summer sun hits you in the face.
Or traffic.
Yeah, depending on how far they're driving. And that's been really cool too, is to work with phone orders, to work with LAR accounts, to work with people who have a lot of credit to their name. Like, I've seen people spend money in a way that I've never seen people spend money before in, like, one building location, you know?
What's the most you've seen spent?
So far, a little over $2,000 on,
that's not that
It's not
crazy.
Like... No, it's not.
I thought you were saying, like, yeah, someone, like, come in and blew $3 million.
Oh, no. Oh, that day, I'm gonna follow them into the parking lot, but... No,
And shake their hand.
Exactly.
And
to introduce
thank them
myself
for their business.
And ask for a business card so that we might contact them for any future needs.
Do you get to work with lots of like small businesses or local businesses?
Yeah, I actually have, and it's pretty cool to see like all the different, like a lot of the apartment complex people that work around town doing like maintenance and roofing supplies and stuff. They come in for things. A couple flower shops come in and buy like peat moss and stuff for their gardens. But then sometimes it's just people upping their home. Like, we had a huge clearance table full of like blinds, right? And so people are like, I got windows, let me buy like 6 or 7 boxes of blinds. I'm like, I mean, yeah, it's a good deal, but
it would figure that like a few weeks after we needed blinds.
Right, everything's on fucking clearance.
Everything's on clearance.
Right.
Stupid.
I know.
I hate it.
But I'm learning lots of new words. Like a fascia on a house is like...
What the fuck is that?
Exactly. It's a part of wood that goes around like the top of the house underneath the gutter so that rain and drippage does not like soak into the wood. It just kind of rolls off. I've got new vocabulary building, and that's been fun. Entering any new sort of industry is kind of interesting, just because...
There's going to be different vernacular for things.
Oh, yeah. No, I've, like... Okay, so I didn't know how many kinds of, like, PVC plumbing pieces there are.
I would guess a lot.
Fucking millions. And somebody will come in and it's like, oh, do you have a 1/3 inch, like... T-joint PVC elbow? I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Like, I mean, like, probably. How about I call somebody in plumbing for you, and they can help you find that. Like,
they can translate that crazy talk coming out of your mouth.
Right? Like, the weirdest things that have happened. This one guy came in, and he's very old, heavy accent Arabic man. And he comes in with his, not even a receipt. It is just a piece of computer paper with numbers written all over it. Like...
Great.
Right. And so he points at a couple numbers and he's like, this is confirmation number, is warranty? And I'm like, are you asking if this is the number for your warranty? Is it under warranty? Is warranty? And I was like, what is under warranty? And he's yelling at like everybody. And everybody's just kind of like, okay, well, let's get him away from the front counter. Let's sit him over here on this bench. Let's get somebody to come talk to him calmly.
Get him a juice box.
Honestly.
Get him some orange slices.
Will, I tell you, this man was sitting on this bench on the phone yelling at people for an hour and a half. And we're like, dude, call the helpline because they have interpreters. He bought this water heater like 6 years ago and wanted to know if his warranty was still like available.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, did you buy an extended warranty? Like, it's up to you, man. It's up to you, my dude.
Okay, Bella.
Yeah.
So, new job. I think everyone's happy that you're out of the old shitty job that was sapping your life away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, even waking up at 4:20 in the morning is like,
yeah. Nice.
Like, it's not even that bad. Like, yes, I have forgotten my lunch a couple times, but literally I live 6 minutes away from work.
Yeah, it's a 6-minute walk to and fro work for Bella, and not Will.
Well, you have a car, so I'll give you gas money.
But this is the Tales from Retail Hell. So what
Oh, gosh.
have been some juicy juicy stories from your time at this new place?
Okay, so one guy...
Juice it up!
Literally, like, 2 days ago, right? This guy comes in with a wheelbarrow. And this shit is covered in paint stains and plaster. And generally, it looks like it's just been used Yes.
Bella, this is Texas. It's wheelbarrow.
You're right, wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow. Some people say wheelbarrow, and it drives me nuts. This thing has been clearly used, right?
Obviously.
He says, I want to return this. It's not good anymore. And we're like, no. He's like, it's within 90 days and I have my receipt. We're like, no, you cannot do this. It's one thing if you, like, were genuinely using it in the middle of a project and, like, oh, the wheel popped off or one of the handles snapped in half. Everything was physically fit on this wheelbarrow. It was just disgusting. Like, you didn't even have the good graces to power wash it clean before you tried to return it. Like, you're like, I'm done with this project. Let me get the $40 back that I paid for this shitty-ass wheelbarrow. Like, I'm so mad.
That is something I would do, though.
This man threw such a fit. He, like, yelled at everybody. He said it was fucking ridiculous, and I'm gonna go to the other store because they treat people right. And he left the wheelbarrow there. He's just like, just keep it. And I'm like, okay.
Anyone want a wheelbarrow?
Right? It was like, cool, do we need this for deliveries or anything? Can I get a ride to the soccer?
I'm sure it works fine.
It does! The wheel was fine. Like, they checked it. They tested it. Like, the people at customer service have to look at the items to make sure that they're, like, of sound and unbroken quality before we take anything back.
So, I actually have something related to that
Yeah.
from my job.
Yeah, tell me.
Which, for those who need reminding, is in a meat department in a grocery store where I cut all the steaks.
Cut them steaks.
And give everyone the meat.
The meats.
We once had similar situation where someone tried to return steaks that they deemed to be bad.
Like, they had gone off kind of bad?
No,
or they were just poorly cut?
He said they were like the toughest like ribeye steaks he's ever had. They were tough and they were just like,
get a meat tenderizer.
And we were like, oh, okay, sorry, you can bring them in and we'll return them. It's like, well, I don't have them. We ate them all.
Then what the fuck do you want me to do?
Clearly, they weren't that bad then, sir.
Like, I've gone to a restaurant and ordered something, took a bite and go, nah. And I'll, like, eat around the bad thing and I won't eat it, right? I'll clearly leave, like, the bad shrimp on the plate and say, that was really chewy. I think it was, like, overcooked. It's rubbery. I couldn't eat it. But the pasta was great. You don't eat the whole fucking thing and then say, like, yeah, I want my money back.
No, he wanted to bring back, like, a bag of, like...
his shit?
Of the bones that were left over.
No, that's not
I'm
proof
like,
of
yeah,
any.
we're not doing that, homie.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
Like, what do you expect us to do for you? No. That's dumb as shit.
That happens actually kind of regularly.
That's so... Why do people think we're stupid?
Like, maybe once every 2 months.
Oh my Lord God. I don't understand it. Like...
Well, I do. They want to get their money back.
Okay, but like...
They want to cheat the system.
Well, how about you raise a cow and cut it the way you want it and raise more cows and then you have free meat. But you don't want to be a farmer, so fuck off. This is a skill set you do not have, so you have to buy meat. That's how the world works. Like, I don't make my own clothes because I don't know how to fucking sew. I'm going to go and buy a t-shirt and wear it and be like, cool, I have a t-shirt. I'm not going to try to take it back the day after I wear it. Like, well, I'm not going to wear this again. It's ridiculous. That's dumb. That's in general been like the most frustrating part of things is
it's
like...
just people trying to get shit.
Trying to get shit.
No, do the drill bit one.
Oh my God.
The drill bit one's the best one.
This guy is not even old. There is no language barrier. He's like 30. He has like a 5-year-old daughter with him. And he comes in...
This man's a parent.
This man is a parent. He is procreated. His genes are in the world. He comes up to the customer service desk and he places a little drill bit on the counter. And it's like a drill, like a Gurren Lagann, like twisty metal drill piece. And we're like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I'd like to return this. And we're like, A, there's no packaging. B, there's no like imprinted or engraved serial number. I have no idea what this item is. And I'm not going to search drill bit. You know, I'm not going to, because that's going to give me 1,000 search results in our computer. So we're asking all of our normal questions, like it's, you know, is something wrong with it? It's like, well, it's not strong anymore. It's not drilling well anymore. Okay, how long has it been since you bought it? Oh, 2 or 3 years. And we just stare at him like, no, you can't just use a thing for its purpose and then once it is completed that purpose, say, I'm gonna get a new one.
Time to return it and get a new one.
Like, I understand we have a pretty lengthy exchange policy.
But not 3 fucking years.
Not to the point of, I've used this thing like, you can't wear a pair of underpants until there's holes all in the crotch and then take them back and be like, yeah, can I get new underwear? No! You've used them! This is like eating food and wanting to return steaks. That's what this guy was trying to do. And we just kind of stare at him like, no. It's been way too long. We have a 90-day return policy. You have no receipt. You have no information about this product. We don't know the item number. We don't even know that you bought it here. So you're going to go down to hardware. They're going to help you find a replacement one, and you're going to pay for that. Because I'm sure it's like $1.50.
Like, I was saying, maybe $5.
Right. I've seen people walk out of here with bags full of like hex bolts and nuts and screws and stuff for like $2.
It's really just metal.
It's just pieces of metal. You're getting into like dollars territory when you get hammers and wrenches and shit like that.
Speaking of like bitching about dollars and cents, right?
Oh, Lord.
I had a customer throw a fit the other day because
you definitely set the prices for everything.
Well, some things are priced incorrectly.
Ah, gotcha.
They were more expensive than was advertised.
Well, you have to honor that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, but they were very angry about it. They were pork chops.
Okay.
These pork chops were priced at, $1.78 a pound.
Oh, jeez.
Which is very cheap for pork chops.
I was gonna say that's a good deal. I would be mad if it was.
They were priced for $1.78. Do you know what they were advertised for? $1.68.
Oh my God!
And when I repriced those pork chops for that man, he saved a whole 20 cents.
He only bought 2?
He bought 1.
Oh my Lord God. That's definitely like one of the most you really want to do a return for like a 20-cent difference.
It's like, it's not priced right. It's a dime, homie.
Right?
Homeless people don't care about dimes.
Right? I think my price difference gauge starts at $1.
Yeah, probably.
Like, if it's a small thing, like a piece of candy, 50 cents. Like, I'm not going to pay $1.50 for a piece of gum if it's really just $1.
Even then, who cares?
Even then, I probably wouldn't even notice.
By the way, and this isn't like, poor people's like,
It's never the poor people that are arguing about this.
It's never. Like,
it's the man who's just spent $900 on drapes, and he's gonna fight you about the price of one hammer.
Right. No, I don't feel like I'm unjustified
No, you're
complaining about this. Because I guess Bella and I technically qualify for, like, lower middle class.
Together, yeah.
Because we live in a house with 3 other people.
Yeah. Our household income is definitely like lower middle class. I think you and I together still would be.
Yeah, but even
that
then,
zone.
dude, it's change.
It's pocket change.
Pocket change.
Like, I have thrown away pennies.
I hate pennies.
I have physically left like dimes and nickels on a table because it's like I just don't want to carry them. Like, I'm not going to return a thing or make a fuss with a manager and hold up a line over 20 cents.
Or even get that heated over it.
Right. Like, you're going to have a damn heart attack. Calm the fuck down. It's crazy. I don't know. People are dumb.
People are dumb.
It's
nice to see that that's consistent
Oh,
across all jobs.
Oh, of course it is. And I knew that wasn't going to be a problem. Like, Beverly's one of my managers, and she's super sweet, right? She gets a little, like, hesitant when she tries to introduce me to things that she thinks is going to scare me. Like, she's like, okay, well, I want you to go meet this person down in lumber, and she might be a little, like, mean or rude to you. And I was just like, what? Like, is she racist? Is she, like, sexist, homophobe? What is she? Like, what's going on? What level of hatred am I dealing with? And she's like, well, she is a Republican. And I was like, what level of Republican? Like, and so far, because especially at this job, there is a no politics talk. This person and I are getting along very well. We greet each other in the mornings. I go ask her, when do you want to take your break? Like,
see, I feel as though in general, especially with stores that are like, especially with, job environments that are really big.
Yeah.
Like, if you're at a job and your team is like 10 people.
Yeah.
I feel as though you're probably more open about, like, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you're going to be more intimate and open with your discussions.
But if you're at a job where there's like 300 people at that job.
Yeah, like, I don't know entire departments of people.
Like, I'm sure it has to be a lot more like, hey guys, like, just unspoken rule, like,
don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it. We all have to work together and tolerate each other.
Yeah.
It just will be easier for everybody.
Until somebody like directly like affects you or like tries to call you out for something, like don't even make it a thing.
Don't worry, just we're here to work, make money, and go home.
Yep, that's exactly it. And I mean, there's a way for people to find their people, right?
Right.
You meet somebody and you get a good vibe or bad vibe, and you just know, okay, I can talk to this person, or this is a person I say hello to and offer to go get a coffee for, but I'm never gonna, talk to them about my life. It's like they do not need to know who I am as a person.
I'm curious to see which, because there's always like a few categories of your coworkers.
Yeah.
There's like indifference.
Yeah.
Like, I know their name.
Yeah.
I like wave hello to them or greet them. There's like people you know.
Yeah.
And you enjoy talking to them.
Yeah, it's like we're frequently scheduled together. They're nice. We can make jokes.
You have work friends.
Yeah.
Then like whatever's higher than that.
I think work friends has 2 levels. There's like, this is your best friend at work, but you don't see them outside
work friends
of work.
at work, and like outside of work you run into them. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Then
like work friends who you do things outside of work with.
Yeah, they're just like also best friends who you happen to work with.
And then there's just people you don't like. I have 2.
Yeah.
I have 2 people at my store who I cannot stand.
Yeah. Are you frequently like set with them, or
no? I interact with them not very rarely, but
just infrequently enough that it's not a problem.
And it's not about anything about them personally. It's just they won't shut the fuck up.
Literally, that's my one guy that I've found so far that I don't like. I'm just like, why are you so loud?
It's like I'm sure I've talked about her before on this podcast.
Yeah.
But it's the lady where I'm in the break room and she's just fucking talking to the room. I'm
just announcing your life story.
She's announcing like, oh, I dare do this today. I'm like, Who are you talking to?
I have headphones in.
I am the only person in the room. Either address me,
Right.
either come up, sit next to me and have a conversation with me,
Right.
or shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Or be on the phone with someone else. Don't just talk to
hate
nothing.
it.
There's this one guy, I don't know his name, but he's one of like the backroom special services installation guys. So he's not like on the floor.
Right.
He like just physically does shit, right? But he is so fucking loud. Like every room he walks into, he has to like, "Hey, I'm here. My name is Butthole and I'm so loud and I'm gonna sing all day with my horrible voice." And I'm just like, "Shh, it's 6:30 in the morning. I have had one Dr. Pepper and that has like not enough caffeine for me to tolerate you right now." But I'm a nice person and I'm brand new. I have no clout in this store whatsoever. I went from being a big fish in a small Walgreens, like where people genuinely enjoyed working with me.
And everyone knew you.
Everyone knew
for
what
better
I was
or worse,
about.
everyone had an opinion of you.
Right. Whereas now,
So now it's like, hey, have you seen Bella? Who's that?
right.
Oh, you know, the new
head cashier. You're like, it's like, oh, the girl that doesn't have a vest yet? Yes.
Oh, what happened to the old one?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, who's she replacing? It's like, right. I have nobody even, 2 cashiers that I've worked with 4 days in a row. We're in the break room. She comes up to me. She's like, "I'm sorry, I forgot your name." And I'm like, "It's Bella." She's like, "I'm sorry." And I was like, "It's okay. I don't have a name tag yet." There's like 500 people in this building.
It's because, like, for as shitty as your job was, you were, like, pretty high on the command.
Yeah.
You were, like, what, like, 3rd or 4th?
Essentially, like 3rd in command, yeah. In terms of, like, ranking, and then also in terms of
doing
opinion.
shit.
Yeah, public opinion. Yeah, no, it was, and now I'm just kind of another grunt. Like, people,
Isn't it great?
It is kind of great to be in the background.
Like,
to know that there are department heads and people that I can say, "Oh, this person's not in yet, but I can take a message for them."
Or like,
I don't have to handle this situation.
Or like, how the store's doing is not directly my fault.
It's
Hooray!
really not. I'm not even going to be involved. Like, inventory is coming up in a couple months, and I'm probably not even going to be scheduled for that day.
There would be like, all right, the store leadership's gonna have a meeting. Bella's not invited. Bella's sleeping in.
Yep. Bye. Yeah. No, it's seriously like.
No, I think like the biggest issue with like retail jobs and like jobs that don't. This might be other jobs too. I was gonna say jobs that don't typically require like a degree of some kind.
Yeah.
The biggest issue for me
that has like an easy entry.
Yeah,
point.
like entry level jobs that you can like work up to. The biggest issue is like how much responsibility are you willing to take?
Right.
Because I'm about to go into a position where I'll have more responsibility, and I really don't want it.
Yeah.
It's like I want to get paid more, but I don't want to be accountable for things. I don't want things to be my problem.
Right, right. But your store is also bigger, right? You have somebody in the store who is in charge of the money, and you have somebody in the store who's in charge of loss, and you have somebody in the store who's in charge of, you know, sales and acquisitions and ordering food and stuff and like vendors. You don't have to be that person. You just have to be in your little home, in your department, in your meat zone, and you report to someone else still. And that's a good place to be in.
Yeah, but I still have to order meats.
But you know what's
yeah, more or less.
Like, you can make good decisions about a store.
Yeah.
Like, when I was at Walgreens and I was like, oh, we have so many trash bags, but we have no paper towels. Let's not order trash bags this week, and let's order 2 boxes of paper towels. And then hide a box from pharmacy because they keep taking our shit. You know, you get to make good and effective calls while still not having to be big boss of everybody.
Right. So question.
Yeah.
At Walgreens, there was like a small like rivalry I felt between the grocery and the pharmacy.
Yes.
God. Are there any rivalries in your current job?
Kind of. Because as far as I know, there is like the front end. There's the outside guys. Lumber's its own fucking world, man. Lumber and hardware and like millwork, they're the do it, fix it guys. And we send a lot of problems their way, and I feel bad about it. And like for sales and like installations and delivery, That's like with appliances and shit. And then the middle zone is kind of a do-it-yourself kind of group. Like paint and flooring, and like that's more for the customer to come in and say, oh, I want this kind of carpet. And it's like, okay, do you want it delivered? Now you're going to go over here. So there is like a flow from each section and department. Right. I don't know who hates who yet. I can tell that there are some managers that people like, and there are some managers that are kind of bitches. And I'm trying to stay away from the bitches. Especially,
you gotta get on their good side.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I want to prove myself. Like, I don't want them to think that I'm an idiot or incompetent. Like, when somebody says, like, oh, do you know how to print this paper? Yes! I fucking know how to print papers.
I wouldn't say it like that.
Right. But it's, you know, it makes me indignant to think that this person's going to come up behind me and it's like, yes, I'm new. I wasn't born yesterday, though. You can rely on me for different things.
You see, I'm the opposite. I will ride I'm new for like months.
Oh, I'll ride the I'm new excuse with customers because they don't need to know anything.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm new here.
Right? You know, I really don't know where that is. I'm so sorry. Let me call somebody. I don't even have a name tag. That's how new I am. Like, yeah. I'm going to ride that with customers for a while and kind of hide it in some sexism. That I'm a girl, I don't know what this is. Haha, I've never seen this before. But, like...
Well, what's a hammer?
Right, I swear to God. But, like...
Can you take a selfie with it?
I swear to God. But the people that are training me, when they say... Or when I come up to them and I say, hey, I've already done this, this, and this. What else can I do today? And they're like, oh... You're ready? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm ready. Let me be useful to you.
Give Bella the money.
Give me the deets. I want to be effective and a noticed new person. Not to the point where I make trouble or try to like step on anybody's toes. I'm very respectful with everybody and I'm not trying to like take over anybody's position. I, however, am not an idiot. And right. I need people to know that. Just my psyche needs people to know that I am a competent and intelligent person who is better than this position.
I'm better than you.
Like there's a few people that are like, they're like me. They've graduated. They're just trying to make money before they can do their next big life step. There's some people who it's like, I was in school and now I'm not, and I need to go back. And then there's some people that's like, I've been doing this for my whole life and I just really am good at retail. I'm in this rut and I'm making good money and there's no reason for me to leave it.
If you're somebody who like stays in retail your whole life, like, hats off to you.
Right? You have dedication
you have dedication and patience I will never have.
Yeah. And like, how are you not like?
And honestly, it's not a bad gig once you get higher up. Like store managers can make like $100,000 a year.
Oh, easy. I know. Like Craig, my new manager, like he's been in it forever. Like he started
rolling in it.
Rolling. He started in '94, almost like Willenberg at Walgreens. Like. Right. He's been there for so long, and he used to be in roofing, so he physically knows what his workers go through.
And I think those are probably the best like store managers to have,
right? Those who have actually done a thing,
who could like empathize with their employees.
Yeah, like Willenberg always told me, like, yeah, I used to be in the fucking warehouse throwing boxes everywhere. I know how shitty this is. But he's also like, and now I have a drinking habit, and I want to go fishing every other weekend. I'm like, all right, Willenberg, like. I can't blame him for what he is, but I can blame him if he doesn't make things better for people with him now, you know?
Right.
And as far as what everybody's told me about Craig and all the other, like, you know, department heads and managers, like, everyone seems to have a pretty high opinion of him. They do say he's kind of weird. I'm like, what kind of weird? And he's like, I don't know, he'll just say things sometimes, and it's like, okay. But... I mean, he recognized me and greeted me by name the second day that I met him. And that's impressive to me.
No,
like in a store of this many people.
I used to work at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Home Depot is a fantastic company, and that was probably my favorite job.
Yeah.
Like, Home Depot is super cool.
No,
I like them a lot.
They actually do a lot of good work.
The last store manager I had, he was super cool.
Yeah.
Like, he also worked his way up. I was a loader, so I would throw mulch all day. And he would like, buy us Gatorade. When we were working in the Christmas tree tent, he'd buy us some hot chocolate.
That's sweet.
No, he's super cool dude.
It makes a big difference whether somebody was like hired as that position or if they worked their way to that position. Right. And I can definitely respect those people a lot more than somebody who's like, hi, I'm your new branch manager. I'm 23 years old and I was just hired here. It's like, go fuck yourself, greenhorn.
If you can't see, like...
calluses on their hands
and the trenches in their eyes.
Yep.
Then,
There's a saying from old country, like, you can tell who's never scrubbed a toilet in their life. Like, it shows.
Yeah.
And I think that's an important and humbling lesson that everyone needs to have.
Probably.
Because you cannot demand a service from people and then shit on the people that are providing that service. Like, if you yourself would not do it, why the fuck are you saying anything about that person who is doing it?
Word.
Like, if I'm going to hire somebody to improve my home, to come in and paint my walls or, change the color of the tiles on my roof or plant a garden for me, I'm going to tell them, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Thank you for your expertise. I'm glad that you have been trained and you have the knowledge to do this thing, because I don't. Right. And so far, everyone at work seems to be that kind of person. They seem to be like, no, I'm really glad to show you what I know. And that's always really cool.
Well, on that note,
I gotta go to work in an hour and a half.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Please send us your stories. I've got some funny jokes and memes that I'm going to put in the next episode from my friend Joe, who is a shift lead at...
Some real great memes.
Some real great memes. Some hot tea will be spilt.
Uh-huh.
But please send us your comments. We've got all of our links in the description of the video.
Send them to us on the Tumblr. Send it to our Twitters. Send it to our emails.
Just follow me on Twitter. I'm pretty funny. Smash that like button!
No, don't smash the like button.
Bye!